friends. Today we are going to discuss class 9 Beehive chapter 2, the sound of music. In the previous video, the first part of this lesson, you have read Evelyn Galeni listened to the music without hearing it. The second part is Sahnai of Bismillah Khan. Sahnai of Bismillah Khan. You might have familiar with Sahnai and Bismillah Khan both. Bismillah Khan is a great Sahnai maestro. Firstly, think of Sahnai and you will probably imagine wedding or a similar occasion. When we think of Sahnai, generally an idea came to our mind, that is the wedding or any other similar occasion. And after recognizing, after perceiving the Sahnai, we also think about Ustad Bismillah Khan, the Sahnai maestro. In this lesson, shortly we will discuss all the points under the summary through these points. First one, the origin of Sahnai. Actually, in ancient time, Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of pungi. It was a kind of music and musical instrument which were made through bamboo. It had shrill and unpleasant sound. That's why Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of pungi. That time, in morning and evening, a group of musicians played the music which was known as Naubat. You might have read the poem by Upadhyay Singh Hariod. यदि होता कि नर नरेश मैं राजमहल में रहता, सोने का सिंहासन होता, सिर पर मुकुट चमकता, बंदी जन गुण गाते रहते दरवाजे पर मेरे, प्रतिदिन नौबत बजती रहती संध्या और सवेरे. The नौबत, word नौबत is of ancient time. So, Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of pungi. One barber who had the right to come the royal residency, he thought that he would improve the pungi in some other form. He did hard work and he transformed the pungi into a new musical instrument by making 7 holes on a pipe. After closing and opening the pipe, he made a pleasant sound and he played it in front of the Shah. After playing this, he played it before the royalty. It needed a name. It was thought a good one, but it had no name. So it needed a name. Later, it was named Sahnai because it was played in Shah's chamber and it was played by Nai. That's why its name is Sahnai. The Sahnai was considered auspicious. That's why it is played in temples and weddings nowadays, mostly in North India. Earlier it was part of the traditional music group, but one person, Ustad Bismillah Khan, has brought it onto the classical stage. Bismillah Khan was born on March 21, 1916 in a family of musicians in Bihar. His grandfather Rasul Baksh Khan was the Sahnai Nawaz of the Bhojpur King's court. His father Paigambar Baksh and other ancestors were also the great Sahnai players. The young boy Bismillah took to music early in life. At 3, his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Banaras, where he started taking lesson from his maternal uncle Rasul Baksh. And he was very curious and fascinated towards it. His uncle gave him lesson in playing the Sahnai. Bismillah practiced playing in the temple of Balaji and Mangala Maiya at Banaras, and later on he took his lesson through self-inspiration on the bank of Ganga. Each and every ghat of the holy river Ganga inspired him to invent new ragas. He created such ragas which were earlier considered impossible in the range of Sahnai. At the age of 14, Bismillah Khan accompanied his uncle to a music conference at Allahabad. There he played the Sahnai and he was admired, he was honored. Someone patted him. In 1938, when the All India Radio was started at Lucknow, he began to play the Sahnai on All India Radio. This was a big break in his life. He had the honor to greet the independent India from the Red Fort with an auspicious music of Sahnai, Rag Kafi, on August 15, 1947, in front of Mahatma Gandhi and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Bismillah Khan produced music for 2 movies also. Goonj Uthi Sahnai. This was the film of Vijay Bhatt, Goonj Uthi Sahnai. In that film, Bismillah Khan composed a song, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya. And after this song, Vijay Bhatt gave the name to the film Goonj Uthi Sahnai. It was a blockbuster film and it broke all the records. In the next one, which was the Bikram Srinivasan Kannada film Snadhi Apanna, he worked, but he could not continue because of the glamorous world. He was a very simple man and he wanted to live his life simply. So he ignored to join himself in glamorous world. Ustad Bismillah Khan great skill at playing the Sahnai was recognized both in India and abroad. He visited many countries and won so many souvenirs and honors. In Tehran, the king was so impressed with the melodious sound of Bismillah Khan that he named his university on Bismillah Khan's name. It is called Tehar Mosiki Ustad Bismillah Khan. The nation has given ample recognition to him and to his skill. He has been awarded national awards like Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan. In 2001, he was awarded the India's highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna. While receiving the Bharat Ratna with the coveted eyes, he addressed the nation with tear in eyes. Teach your sons the music because it is the richest cultural heritage of India. Once he got an offer from his one of student who was settled in America. He offered him to be a head of Sahnai in America. He wanted to open a school. He was well aware about the personality and earnings of Bismillah Khan. So he offered him to recreate that part of America like Banaras by building the temples. But simple Bismillah Khan told, could you bring the holy river Ganga in that way? So, dear friends, in this way we have seen that how Bismillah Khan loved India, Banaras and Dumara. He loves the Ganga at Banaras. He loves his native town Dumara. Like several other maestros, he refused to settle in USA. In reference to his love to Banaras and Dumara, he said, when I am abroad, I always think of India. When in Mumbai, I always think of Banaras. When I am in Banaras, I always missed the sweet matha of Dumara. This was the short summary of this lesson. Read the chapter carefully and learn the new word which are given in the book. I shall provide you the question answer in the PDF form. Thank you all.